what's happening, everybody? AD with you again, and today I'm coming at you about to show you guys how to give yourself a temple taper. Once again, using my self-cut system. So go ahead and stay tuned. I'll be showing you guys the tools I use, as long as giving you step-by-step direction. All right, so to start this cut out, the tools I'm using today are my Andes Masters once again, as well as my Andes T outliners. You can see the T outliner blade on those. The Andes Master regular blade, not fade blade. The guards I'll be using are the number 3, the number 2, the number 1, and the number 0 magnetic purple guards. First thing I like to do when I do my temple tapers is I like to line up the C part of my lining first, so I can keep that line defined when I make my guidelines and not cut that out. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna take my T outliners and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just outline the curves on my lining. It's really good. Use the corners of your clippers. It makes the job a little bit easier. So the next thing I like to do after I get those done is I like to use my outliners again, and I like to create my guideline. And for the temple taper, I'm going to create a really low guideline, starting about right here, about the top of my sideburn. And so I'll take them and I just ball that out. As you can see, my guideline right there. And do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now I got my masters. I'm gonna go ahead and close those all the way. And the first thing I'm gonna do is with my clippers flush to my head, not angled, just flush. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start tapping out that guideline. And I'm just barely gonna go up, maybe a centimeter at the most. The best thing to do is use the corners of your clippers. And now I'm gonna go about halfway to the middle notch. I'm gonna do the same exact thing on that line. And the goal is to get that line erased completely. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go all the way up and do the same thing. And grab my brush. Make sure you keep your hair brushed or combed down. And now for this up here, I'll go ahead and I'll use like a number 1 guard and I'll start to just blend that out a little bit. Go ahead, now I got that. Put a number 2 guard on now, and I want to just take out this extra weight up here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna start with these all the way open though. I'm gonna go ahead and start to hit that up. And then you can kind of go back and you can kind of clean up whatever else needs to be cleaned up. That's just the basics of it right there. So you kind of know the levels that you can work with. And like I said, I'll go ahead and I'll keep working with my number 2, just to remove any extra weight up here. And to try to get that taper as smooth as possible. Like I said, just work your way up and down. Like I said, I'll start with this number 2 all the way open, and then I'll come back, and as I'm going, I'll start to work it down. So I'll get to halfway, and I'll get all the way closed. Just make sure you blend out any possible line that there is there. And you go ahead and you repeat the same thing on the other side.